It's been a minute. It has been a minute. But we are back. Hello everyone. We got a little Neezy in the building.
Hey y'all.
We got her right, her but not her voice. We got Tone in the background. Shout out to Tone. Huh?
I'm kind of here.
Yeah, you here and not here. But it's okay though, because I love having a man's input on some of these things that we talk
Is
about.
you playing GTA?
No,
What's that?
Call of Duty.
Oh Lord.
Anyway.
Okay.
Why are you trying to comply?
Look,
You
Tynisha like, hold on, let's play. But no, welcome to Pain, Purpose Over Pain podcast. Well, we talk about a lot of shit. I was thinking about changing the name. Because
At this point you should.
Because we talk
what we started with and where we are now.
Yeah.
We ain't in that much pain no more.
We in pain, but shit.
Not that much.
What now? But yeah, we're gonna have to think about that. But let me see. This the first show since the beginning of the year.
Yep.
It is.
God damn.
Damn, it's February.
It's February. It's about to be so it's
Life was life in January.
Life was
For
definitely
sure.
life.
For sure.
Life was definitely life. But we made it. We here. It's my birthday month. Me and Big Moose. She not here. Shout out to Big Moose. Misha.
First of all, ain't nothing big. Okay. And why do y'all call her Moose?
You don't know what Big Moose is?
She named herself that.
Oh my fucking
Right. Period.
Let me go to the source.
Right. Don't you gonna text her like, girl, why they call you Big Moose?
That's exactly what I'm about to say.
But no, what else is this month? Valentine's Day is this month.
Mm-hmm.
You got a Valentine? What you got? You got some plans?
Yeah, I got some plans. I'm gonna take myself out.
Period.
That's why I said I'm gonna dress up real nice. I'm gonna do my makeup
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna take myself out for Valentine's Day.
I think that's the move though.
Mm-hmm. Cause what the fuck? What the fuck? I'm gonna be sitting in the house? No, bitch. I'm gonna be outside.
They'll say having a good ass
Good
time.
time.
Period.
Mhm.
Tom, what you got for Valentine's Day coming up?
No, keep me out of trouble. I spend it with my kids.
Nice.
That's
I got
nice.
2 girls.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
That's how I don't go home
What
with
you
strange
doing?
women.
I don't know.
Oh, it's in there. Okay, look in there.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Put that shit down.
Okay.
No. No, for real. I don't know. We'll see. However, talking about Valentine's Day, of course, we always got to talk about these ninjas, relationships. I like talking about relationships because I can't wait till I find one so I can come in and be like, girl, because
But this is the first time we talk about relationships and we got actual dude.
Yeah.
Perspective on too. So
absolutely, because
I
we
technically don't count though.
well
Yes,
you
you do.
know you
The reason why I say
always
that is because I always have a perspective you guys like. Y'all need like
and sometimes I don't like your perspective.
well no we don't
Like when?
always like your perspective, but the thing
We don't
is
like your perspective,
right.
but it be making sense.
it makes
no, so
sense.
y'all don't like the fact that I be telling y'all the truth is what it is.
'Cause you
Sometimes.
probably hurt our feelings a little
Yeah,
bit.
just a little
And that's
bit.
why I'll give y'all a hug after I hurt your feelings.
You do, but it's always good for me. It's always good to hear a male's perspective, because of course I'm dating men, so I want to
mean,
know.
sexualized the spectrum, so I don't know what you date.
I'm dating men.
Maybe we should give
I
them
like
another
dangalang.
You can buy them. You can buy them from Lascivious Vibes.
This is true. Shout out to Mimi.
I'm saying that may be try something new this year.
That's not what I'm saying.
I'm just,
Okay. I mean, and for anybody is listening, if that's your shit, then
More power to you.
get that shit out. However, but like I said, I like to hear the male's point of view.
I prefer it over a woman's. Actually.
Absolutely, because
Mhm.
we a lot of times we think with our emotions, and, but you know what? I think that we both should be thinking with our emotions, male and Yeah, I think we should be looking and thinking with our emotions, men and women.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is my thought process. How can you deal with somebody and you just totally want that interaction to be emotionless, but you're dealing with them in a romantic way? You're having sex with them. You're talking to them, you're sharing your feelings. That's impossible.
So you saying you, in order for you to have sex, it got to be some type of emotion.
There has to be, in order for me to deal with a guy, there has to be some type of emotional connection.
Oh, okay.
At this
Yeah.
stage in my life, I agree. I can't I can't sleep with you if I don't desire you
Yeah.
in more than just a sexual way.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and I have to feel in some capacity, I have to feel safe with you,
Mm.
especially if we're having sex, because I be
Yeah.
wild,
Yeah.
so I have to trust you in that capacity, that I can let down all my inhibitions, and that you're gonna let that shit down too,
Mm. Okay.
um so that it's gonna be reciprocated, you know
Mm-hmm.
um so when we talk about the relationships, and we talk about Valentine's Day, the day of love coming up. So I got a question. So if you are dealing with someone, right? So okay, let me bring the mic a little closer.
Oh shit.
So hold on, let me get my question right. Where you at? Okay, so say for instance, you are dealing with more than one person, right? You got a roster, and Valentine's Day is coming up, and you like, I got my favorite. That's who I want to deal with.
Mhm.
And on Valentine's Day, that one that is your favorite, and I'm talking male or woman, that one is your favorite, says, you know what, we done played this dance a little bit too long. You know what I'm saying? I want to make you mine. You know what I'm saying? He laid it all out. You know what I'm saying? Put it all out on the table. And you say, okay, this is my favorite. This is who I want to be with. You've made that decision. Now, what are you going to do about the ones that were on your roster that you may have been dating, that you may have some type of attachment to? How does that work?
Ladies first.
For me, cause is that my favorite? Because I feel like with me, I feel like with females in general, you have a nigga with good dick, you have a nigga with money, you have
Mm-hmm.
a nigga that's gonna be there emotional. Like, why is he my favorite? I feel like that's where I would start. Like, why is you my favorite?
Mm-hmm.
Why would I fuck? Why am I fucking with you? Like, why am I fucking with you?
Well, it don't, like in this instance, it don't matter. We already know that's your favorite.
I
So
don't know.
regardless,
I don't like
because
hurting
for
people's feelings.
me, if I'm talking to more than one person, my favorite may happen to be the one that's, of course, you got to give me good dick. That's hands down. In order to be my favorite, that's one of the you know, things, is that you have to give me that. But number two, like I said, I have to have some type of emotional connection to you, where I can vibe with you, I can be myself with you. Because I'm all sorts of,
I
all
get
over the
what you're
place
saying, but my
sometimes.
roster, with my roster, is no nigga that got everything that I absolutely want. Like, I have a roster because one nigga can do this, but he can't do that. So
Oh, that's how you do.
yeah, like I might
Oh.
fuck with him because he fucked me good, but he not good at expressing his emotions. So when I need a hug or when I'm feeling some type of way, I can reach out to him because I know he gonna be there for me in
But
that
ain't
type
that
of way.
confusing?
No, it's not, because I know exactly who to go to
Cause
for
you
who I
cause you
want,
know
for
who
what I
who
need.
plays what part.
Yeah, so I'm like, why is it?
Hmm.
Why would this person be my favorite? What would what? I feel like it ain't no person that right now on my roster is not one person that I can be like, yeah,
You gon' you gon' you
he
gonna
him.
let everybody go.
Yeah, it's not that because
Really?
one of them lacking some.
But the thing is that everybody is not gonna come to you at 100% though.
No, but you can come to me with. So when it comes to being in a relationship, I feel like you gotta have emotional
Mm-hmm.
maturity.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have like some type of stability. You don't have to be. I'm not saying you gotta be the richest nigga in the world, but you gotta be.
Mm-hmm.
For me personally, it gotta be some type of establishment there. Or if it's not 100% established, I gotta see you at least effort into getting to there.
Right.
And then on top of that, you gotta have, you know what I'm saying, you gotta fuck good. You know what I'm saying? Like it can't be so it's the niggas that I'm running into, it's like you got one or and you lacking two, or you
Mhm.
lacking two and you ain't got one. I got all three. So I can't me personally, I can't see myself committed to somebody 100%. If I'm coming to you with three and you got one, you got
Mhm.
two, I'm not finna be no. Cause
So hypothetically though, like if you did, like would you think about those other people?
no, I wouldn't. Cause I ain't gonna lie to you. I tell a nigga
I know you ain't lying.
exactly. So you know what I'm saying? You know, why did you like? I had this one nigga. He asked me. He was like, the one I used to talk to him. He was like, "Well, why do you fuck me?" I said, "Why do you fuck with me?" I said, "I don't fuck with you. I fuck you." So it's like niggas be knowing. Niggas know. That's just me personally. Like, but if it was a nigga that was to have all that shit and to really apply pressure,
Mhm.
I had to keep it 100 because
With
I was
everybody who you dealing
yeah.
with.
I'm like, hey,
Mhm.
look, I'm sorry, but
Mhm.
I got a boyfriend.
Mhm.
I ain't gonna lie to you because that's I don't want nobody to lie to me.
Yeah.
It's like shit. You only got one life to live. What you gonna feel? You gonna keep entertaining shit you don't want because of how other people feel? Hell no.
Right.
You better
So
you better live your life.
you just gonna put this shit on the table like,
Hey.
hey, February 15th, fam said
Sorry.
he done locked the shit down.
I got a nigga. I can't. Sorry.
What about you, Tom?
What about me?
Mm-hmm. If you, how would you? What about the other person? Like, do you have you been in that situation where you have made the decision like this is somebody that I feel like I want to be with? I want to cut everybody off.
I have made that decision, and I have also been the other person.
Mm-hmm.
So understand both sides of the coin.
Mm-hmm.
9 times out of 10, I'm gonna be realistically. Once I make that decision, before I even tell the person I chose, I've done somehow figured out a way to get rid of the other person. I do it like
Like
an
in your
actual,
mind.
yeah, like I've already like I do it like a job interview. I don't tell you you got the job until I tell everybody who didn't get the job. You know,
Good point. Mm-hmm.
so because that's all really dating is. It's
Yeah.
literally a job
Yeah.
interview till you get the
Mm-hmm.
job, which is the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So 9 to 10, I do like she said. I look and see why are you the one,
Mm-hmm.
and that's dudes because we tend to need somebody who supports us mentally and emotionally. If one of those two boxes ain't checked off top, I don't care
Mm-hmm.
less how good your pussy is.
Mm-hmm.
Because after a while, I'm gonna get tired of your pussy.
Right.
So what else do you have to offer?
Mm-hmm.
I can care less about your money because I make my own money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next is availability. I'm a very busy person. Dating another busy person, we just gonna be two birds in the night.
Mm-hmm.
When you free, when I'm free, it's whatever. But if you have a schedule that's kind of compatible with mine, or you have a little bit more flexibility,
Yeah.
I'm a very spontaneous person. Like I'll get done recording y'all, and I won't have nobody after the show, and I'll be like, "Hey, what you doing? I'm free. Let's go do A, B, C, D."
And see, there are some
I like
women that do not like that.
Yeah, and I get that, and that could literally be
Mm-hmm.
a reason to fire you.
And I hate that.
And it's
Like
not
for
that
me, come outside.
you know, so, and I'm not mad at them,
Mm-hmm.
but if you
That's
want
just
me
not
to
who I want to
plan-
be with.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like you want me to plan a date night every Friday night or every other Friday night.
It
Now
may not
you
work.
might be cutting into my money because I record on Friday nights.
Mm-hmm.
And that routine get boring anyways.
It do.
Yeah, it does. Absolutely.
It does. I like to do different things. I like to try different things.
Mhm.
I also am an active father.
Mm-hmm.
So we could plan Friday nights, and all of a sudden, their mom has to go work at her second job.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Whole date night is either got to be done by 9:30 or it's completely canceled.
Right.
Mhm.
So you got to work within the realms of that. And if that's not something you can work with,
Mm-hmm.
you get fired.
Right.
So I have a question for you.
Okay.
So I saw something, and I know this is not one of our topics, but
No,
I
you
saw
can now.
something. Right. You know how we get when we talk. So when it comes down to dating, and we was just talking about this, how people do with how they introduce their children.
Mhm.
And for me, in my experience, I have noticed that men who have some men, I'll say that, some men who have the ones who, are very active or either have custody of their children, whatever. I've noticed that those men are very quick to let their children meet a woman that they're dealing with. Now, I will say this. I don't know if it's something that you all see. I don't know if it's just me that I've had this experience with, but I don't know if it's something that you all see in a woman that says, I think she'll be good around my kids, in order to make that swift, or just try to introduce them. Like, how do you feel about that, and how do you handle that?
Okay, so
So hold on, let me get on camera.
Period. He just got to get closer.
It's the way the mic was compared to how I'm talking to y'all.
Oh,
That was more of my game streaming setup, more so than actually being in the podcast. Ooh, it's more comfortable. Men and women handle children interactions a little bit different. Women will hide kids damn near almost up until wedding day. Okay, until they are 100% sure that they can be safe around their kids, because women have more things to worry about when it comes to a man being around their kids. With men, our biggest concern is, what is your level of nurturing? Okay, because if I care about my kids and I care about who's around my kids, I'll handle their mother, but my kids have to be comfortable around you, because what my kids feel about you will determine what they go back and tell their mom, which will then determine the behaviors that will come out of her based on who the fuck you got around my kids.
Right.
So if I can't know your nurturing or your parenting styles, because one, you're hiding your kids from me until we know we got kids, and maybe we might do a play date one day when you're comfortable with that. But we don't have no problems with our kids being around you, because usually our kids will tell, I don't like this woman, and we are going to believe our kids ASAP. Oh, you don't like her? What don't you like about her? She don't like Lucky Charms. She picks all the things out.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, well, damn, that's weird as fuck. Okay, well, she got to go. She gets fired, Or, Daddy, I like her. She's this, she's that. I notice whenever you around her, you start being like this. Or my youngest will be like, yeah, when she's around, we can get away with doing ABCD because you don't care. Like,
Daddy be busy.
So, based on the way the kids react to it, usually gives us an idea of like, okay, she cool. But if she got kids already and they about the same age as you, then we're definitely more willing to want to bring her around, because she should already know how our kids act. And eventually, if this does become something serious, if the guy is really dating with the purpose, this becomes something serious, these kids are going to be on the same wavelength anyway. So we got to learn how to deal with both of them.
Yeah.
So how does that work when you're dating multiple people at one time, though?
To keep it a buck, if you are an active father, you don't have time to date multiple people.
Really?
You shouldn't. So let's use my life for an example. The weekends I'm here. Okay. So that means that unless I don't have nothing to do, I'm probably going to be with my kids. Okay. During the weekdays, the kids get out of school while they get out of camp at 6. I'm done with work at 5:30. So Mondays and Tuesdays offhand, then my girl days.
Right.
So if I say, hey, let's go to this concert or this poetry set or this event, or we're going to do anything, that means I have to make sure those two are together. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I could be recorded. So right away, if I'm freeing up that day, that means it's got to be something very important, because I'm giving up money.
Right.
I'm giving up my kids. I can't have 5 bitches who I barely care about sacrificing days. I'm sacrificing kid times. I'm sacrificing money to spend more money. Let's forget
That's true.
To spend more money. So then you definitely have to come with value. So why would I want to deal with 5 different women to do this every single time with each one? Because with men, it's different than with women. Like, you can have 5 different guys, right? And each guy can have a different reason. But at the end of the day, that guy has to give up something to you.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So that means that if I date 5 different women, I have to give each woman something.
Dick and dick
Well,
And
some of
dick.
them not always about dick. It's not always about
No,
that.
right.
I mean, we would
I
love
mean, because
that,
that's
but
the same thing with women that
yeah,
are dating. Every woman or every man that you date, you shouldn't necessarily be having sex with.
no, you shouldn't.
Hmm.
But you still have to give up something.
Something.
Like
Hmm.
for every woman a guy dates, he has to date her. That means he
Hmm.
has to take her out. He has to spend time with her. He has to go on different things. And all those things financially come out your pocket.
Hmm.
Okay. Which is why the whole story is other countries allow multiple people to get married, but you got to be able to afford it.
You got to be.
You can't
Yep.
just be doing it because, like, hey,
And that's the thing that blows me when we talk about, or when there's that conversation about
polygamy.
women. No, well, that too, because niggas be wanting more than one wife, and like, you're supposed to be able to take care of that wife. If me and Tanisha sister wives, which we will never, um but if we are sister wives, our husband has to be able to take care of us. And if you can't take care of us, then you have no business wanting more than one wife. However, but also in the sense of, when women say that they want a man to, there's this whole thing, oh, bitches only want a man to take care of them, and blase skip. We are the only people that have this
The only
conversation
race.
over
I
and
feel like it's
over
the
and
only
over and
race that
over
have
and
this
over, and we
conversation.
Oh yeah,
beat
that's
this
because
shit.
we don't know what love is collectively.
Absolutely.
We don't know what love is. We
Hmm.
don't date with financial stability on the table first.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We are too okay with accepting potential.
Yeah.
We are too easy to point the finger at what the other person doesn't have instead of just saying you're out my league. We're
Hmm.
too quick to get mad when what we want we can't have instead of improving. We're
Hmm.
the only race that actually literally goes into dating leading with sex.
Yep.
I'm not saying other people don't fuck, but
Hmm.
you got to be at a certain standard before the coochie even get wet for you.
Yeah.
That's
You know
true.
what I'm saying? Whereas in y'all will fuck because this
Y'all
Netflix
drunk.
movie is boring. I'm not saying it's wrong, but that's just the way we think.
No,
It's
absolutely.
just the way we think.
Absolutely.
Like I sat here the other day and it was a podcast that I recorded, and he met a girl that he's interested in.
Hmm.
And the whole conversation was about, in so many words, how he's changed his mentality dealing with this particular girl.
Mm.
And we realized, like, you were dealing with hoes, you're now dealing with a woman. So
Hmm.
your approach has to be different, but
Hmm.
you still got some learning to do in regards to it. But then I thought about it. You have the mentality and the behavior you have because you dealt with the women that let you get away with that.
Mm.
So you never had to man up
Right.
because you didn't have to.
Hmm.
There wasn't a woman that rejected you that you really wanted. At the same time, there wasn't a woman that rejected him but gave him a reason why he got rejected.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then we as women, on the flip side of that, myself included, we allow that type of situation and scenario, knowing that it's not of our best interest, knowing that it doesn't necessarily serve us in the way that we want it to serve us, and then we get upset.
That's because we be so caught up in the potential.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like we be like, I know if he would just be doing X, Y, and Z, he would be exactly who I need him to be.
But let me
Mhm.
ask you a question though. On those potential situations, have you told him that?
No.
And that's part of the problem.
And so I can, just speaking about, the last relationship I was in, with, when I was with Glenn, when we were in, like, when that relationship started, I saw the potential. And we talked about it, like, I talked about him basically doing his own thing as far as electrician and all that other type of stuff, which eventually he did it. So, like, you have men that you can see the potential in them, you can try to push them, you can try to speak to them, and this is also women too. And you try to speak to them, you try to give them that encouragement, let them know, this is, you can do this, whatever it is, and they're so comfortable in their space. Or even a lot of men operate in a spirit of pride and
And
ego.
ego.
And so if their woman says to them, hey, I think you can do XYZ better, or this, that, they get upset. So I think and then also for women, we have to understand how to talk to our men.
I was getting ready to get to that part.
Yeah.
A lot of it has to be, and we
Mm-hmm.
don't mean talk to them as like, yes, there are times where y'all can be a little bit aggressive with y'all
Mm-hmm.
words,
Mm-hmm.
and it can make us defensive. But at the same time, love language is more than just those five things that people talk about. There's
Mm-hmm.
an actual language of love that you need to learn how to convey something to.
Right.
Like you are a go getter,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Meaning that if something needs to be done, it has to be done. So trying to get you to sit down may be not easy for you. So at
Mm-hmm.
this point in time, your mate would need to know how to talk to you to make you sit down. So he could be like, well, you need to sit down. You're doing too much. And your response may be, well, I got shit to do. I'm not going to sit down.
Mm-hmm.
But then if
That's
he
my
was like,
response.
well, baby, I understand you
That'd be
doing
my
a lot.
response.
Things is going on in regards to it. But you know what? You're no good to nobody if you're doing everything.
I
You need
would
to figure out
melt.
a way. You need to figure out a way to get this done, but not overdo yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Still told you need to sit down,
Mm-hmm.
but I said it in a way that made more sense to you.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're no good to some, first thing you think about is your kids. So,
Right.
okay, damn, maybe I do need to sit down. So
Right.
now the conversation can be, well, let's figure out what all are you doing and what needs to get done. Where are you trying to get to? And let's figure out a way to get there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times y'all say, well, you got all this skills and you know how to do all this and you just doing nothing but sitting around. Well, maybe the conversation is, well, why are you sitting around?
Right.
You know, are
Mm-hmm.
you depressed? Or
Mm-hmm.
did you try it before and it failed? Well, let's see what happened there. It becomes a teamwork at
Right.
that point in time. Because if y'all see the potential, you need to get out there and motivate that
Mm-hmm.
potential. You can't just let a person just, you got the ability to, run 20 miles in less than 10 minutes. Humanly impossible, but let's run with that. But how do we get you to get out there to start running so you can prove you can do this?
Right. So then, but then you run into the point where, and a lot of women, they run into the point where I see the potential in this man. I'm trying to push this man to do better. And let's just, with our blind eyes, let's just think about the women. I'm not talking about the women that are emasculating men. I'm talking about the women who are really, really wanting to push their man and make their man better. Where do you get to the point where you're like, okay, you know what? I'm trying to push this nigga and I'm trying to get him to where he is, and I see the potential, and there's nothing happening after that.
I feel like a lot of it is where, like what he said, is a lot of us not communicating in the love language to the point that he's receptive to it.
Mm-hmm.
So we as women, we may feel like we're doing or we're saying the right things that he may be like understanding, but it might not be him receiving it in the love language, whatever his love language may be.
Mm-hmm.
And then what that does is that makes us resentful, because it's like, okay, I'm doing all this shit, like, and you ain't doing shit, and I'm
Right.
keep doing this,
And
to
it's
the
like
point,
at this, I'm enabling you.
yeah,
now.
like I feel
Yeah.
like I'm being used, and the
Mm,
whole time it's
mhm.
like we're not really sitting down and trying to understand our man to be like, what,
Mhm.
how do you receive information, like how do you like to be communicated to? So I feel like a lot of this shit can be resolved if both women and men can really sit down
Mhm.
and discuss like
Mhm.
who we really are, like
Yeah.
how.
And you know what, I said that too. I said that, there's a lot of people who have, we sit up and we talk about all of these different buzzwords, these trending
Mhm.
words that's coming up. And oh, I'm in my soft girl era. It was a posting about that, and the men were saying how stupid that was. And for me, when I hear a woman saying that, um all that means is that she doesn't want to do things alone.
Yeah.
She not necessarily saying, oh, I want this man to take care of me. No, it means, like, for me, because in like I said, for me, I don't say stuff like, I don't talk like that. Yeah, that's just, I'm tired. That's the fuck I say. I'm tired.
But when I
And
say soft girl era, what I
mhm,
mean is like, y'all know me, like my personality is very
mhm,
masculine, it's
mhm,
Very,
very out
mhm,
there. So I
very.
want, when I say I'm in my soft girl era, I want an alpha male.
mhm,
Like I want somebody to be like, You know, because I'm like, and I won't like that
So
that thing that Ari be saying. I want somebody to be like,
okay,
and I'm
so
like,
I have a we just going all over the
No,
place
no,
today,
we
Lord.
here. No, we
So
here. That's what
I
happens
have
when you
I have
ain't
a
potted in 6 weeks.
I know, right?
Whole
So
track record in
I
the
have a
past.
real big issue with this alpha male thing. Um, and y'all know I like Google. Because you know that there's literally there alpha
there's
male. That's something that
that's
somebody just literally
but there
made
are.
up.
I know.
But do you
No,
know
no.
what the story came from
I
though?
don't
It
care about
wasn't.
that, Bianca.
I don't. I'm just saying, I get the thought process behind
The lead.
what an
Every
alpha male is.
every the funniest thing in the world, and a lot of people don't realize this, is for every black male fraternity, there is actually a type of male that associates with it. There's an
Mhm.
alpha male, there's a beta male, there's a sigma male, there's a gamma male, there's an omega male, and all of them have different uh, descriptives
Mhm.
of what that is for the type of man. And a lot of us tend to associate with those types of males with the matching male fraternity. So when
Mhm.
someone says, "Oh, I can," you look like a Kappa, you look like a, they're actually describing a type of male. And because the alpha male has always been considered the leader male, it got transitioned as in the way they're describing the take charge kind of a man.
Mhm.
But then they turned around and made the beta male seem like he's an inferior man
Mhm.
because he's more of a male nurturer more than an aggressive leader, which are still both necessary, believe it or not. Just like you said, you have a strong personality because you have a very independent mindset. Like, look, before I knew you, I was getting this shit. Now that I know you, I'm still gonna get this shit, but you got to prove to me that I don't have to get it because you got it. And if I can trust that you got it, I can go into what you define as your soft girl era.
Exactly.
Mhm.
That was
Okay.
very perfectly said.
It was. I like that.
I got girls. uh, tone 10 years ago was a different tone than now. Okay.
Cause like for me, I don't know. Shit, I've always been a soft. I need to go
I
in
was
my
just gonna
her
say,
girl
you've
era.
been in
Shit,
the soft
goddamn
But
girl
it.
you've
era.
always been a woman who has been ready to be the person that gets you where you need to be. You love a potential because if he's really about going to get his potential, we gonna get there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're gonna make sure if he came to you and said, "Babe, I'm thinking about starting a moving company," you're gonna ask him, "Are you serious about this?"
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
and let him know what this entails in
Mhm.
regards to his life, his physical, and how it can affect our relationship because it's a moving company. And then you're
Mhm.
gonna hit the bricks running next minute. You're
Mhm.
gonna have his organized. You're gonna have him where he can buy a truck. You're gonna have where you can find somebody. You're gonna have him with a shipper. You're gonna have it all done because you want to make sure that not only is he happy, he's safe, he's secure. Because once that gets to going, that's less work on you
Right.
because it's a whole new income. And then
Mhm.
because he's an entrepreneur, now life can more so a little bit adjust to you and be able to help out around more and be able to make decisions when he's not gone. Because you have to readjust your mental, but at the same time, you're still going to be there to help him.
Right.
You're not looking at it as, oh, you're going to go be in the movie company. What bitches in Dallas you trying to see?
Right.
Like, you're not looking for a reason for it to be a problem.
Mhm.
Okay. So the minute you decide to say, you're the one I'm going to, and all the other guys are out the equation completely, that's it. That's all you see. That's all you did. And you're all about going all in on that person.
You know me so well.
I know all of y'all.
So look, we got a couple comments. So
Damn,
Dino,
we
I know,
sure.
right? Dino said communication is the most important part of life. Absolutely it is.
I don't
And
think so.
you don't think
I
so?
think reception, you receiving the communication is because I can talk to you all day. If you're not comprehending what I'm saying, then what the fuck is the point of me
Let's tweak
communicating?
that a little bit.
But it's how it's
Active communication.
Yeah.
right,
Let's tweak
right.
that.
Because I could be communicating something to someone and it just be a totally wrong way. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? He said there are times that a human will be rude. It's the ability to apologize and correct the attitude
Take
that matters.
accountability.
Absolutely.
A lot of humans lack
Ooh.
accountability.
Yep. You can't make someone do something that they don't want to do. Absolutely. So in that instance, like when you are trying to, get somebody motivated, get your partner to be motivated, you can't. Like there's no way that you are going to be able to make somebody do what they want to do. And if you can, it's not going to be at 100%.
No.
So I think that when you're talking about trying to motivate your partner to do better and to be better, you also have to look at it at a lens where you can kind of take the rose colored glasses off at some point too.
I'm looking at this comment. He said, "We want feminine women even when y'all are mad." How are we supposed to be mad and feminine at the same time if we pissed off?
So I think I am. I think
there are some gentle pissed off girls.
Yeah, I think when
you just like to fight.
Yeah, like when I'm upset, I'm not.
Because it take a lot for me to get pissed off. I could be irritated, and it takes a lot for me to get pissed off.
Well, let's take it as what he said. Mad and pissed are two different levels.
Yeah,
you can be upset that I didn't take the trash out this morning.
Yeah,
that's irritating. And if I'm mad, I don't want to talk.
But
you're not being
a bitch. Let's
right,
keep it a buck.
Right. And that's basically the difference.
You're being annoyed. You're probably doing that.
Yeah.
He's probably trying to talk to you and
you ain't talking to him. Nigga ain't gonna talk to you for 3 days.
You ain't gave him the kiss that he always want. Whatever the case may be, he basically has to pull you close to him when he in the bed, even though you want him. Right. Even though you mad.
Stop acting like that.
The fuck? Damn,
right,
bro.
You always do this.
Fuck. I take it out in the morning. Shit, bend over. And then you be like, okay, fuck you.
No, he better have took that shit out right there when I said it.
They in the bed already.
But I told you.
He probably took it out when he first realized she was pissed, but she's still
right.
mad.
And then sister said Monique talked about that in her interview with Shay Shay.
I don't want to talk about that
I haven't watched it yet. She said her man had never had, and that's the thing though, and that's one of the things that turns me off when a man feels that he has to beat his chest around me. Like, I don't know that you're a man. You know what I'm saying? Like that is like for like you put something in you. What's the ultimate turn off for women? That is a number one turn off for me. That you have to constantly feel like you have to say that. What?
But okay, we often talk about how women need to stop letting old relationships determine how they behave in a new relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tweak that. People, period. Because men sometimes we do that too.
Y'all do that all the time.
Because a lot of men who beat their chest and say I'm a man is because a relationship he had before he wasn't allowed to be, or he came from a household that was woman dominated, so his male ego constantly got crushed for no reason.
And your ass you gonna run me the fuck off,
and we do. But this goes back to
okay, what the fuck was that? On the ground, you cried out, period.
Okay, go ahead.
I love you. You know that, right? Okay. That's why you my favorite. Don't tell nobody I said
what
that.
The fuck?
I told her that before. She already know that.
So, okay.
But,
so,
hold on. Let me finish. Because I almost forgot. Because your childish ass.
Right.
But yeah, he probably came from a situation where he couldn't be himself. But in those situations, once again, active communication.
I was just gonna ask
let him know, like, yo, we good over here. You ain't do all that.
Yeah, and that's what I told him. I said, dude, you don't have to keep telling me that you're a man. I can see that you're a man. I know that you're a man very well.
You see how you communicated it though? Like your delivery was very masculine.
No, the fuck it wasn't. It was you getting on my nerves and stop saying that shit to me because I am a tender ass bitch.
Wow.
So
that sounds tender to me.
Okay.
No, like a well done steak.
Because at this point, at this point in the conversation, like his voice had gotten a little octave higher. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing for me. You're not who you talking to. And my sister is on here now, and she already know I don't fuck around. See, who you yelling at?
They want us to be like, I know you're a man. You don't have to be like that.
Why are you playing?
Some of them do.
I've had arguments where I've done that. It's like, because I used to have these cats, and anytime when they could tell we was in a bad mood, they'll come up on us, put their little paws on us.
Like
they put the little paws right there, and it would just be funny as fuck. So anytime when me and the kid's mom would ever get to that point where we're irritated, we would literally just take our hand and just place it on the arm where the cat used to be at. It was like, you don't need to. I can't.
And that is so that's healthy.
It brings it all the way down.
Yeah, that's healthy. That's that healthy communication. That's that, you know what I'm saying? But to sit here and yell at me and, you know, think like who you yelling at? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a man. Like, okay, like, yes, you're a man. Like, you're a man. And what we were arguing about, like, dude, you sound stupid. But anyway, but that's like the number one thing for me, like ego and, you know, beating on your chest. Because for me, I'm naturally a submissive woman. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know, like, I'm a cater to my man. I'm gonna do all of that. And I'm not gonna emasculate you. I'm not gonna call you a bitch. I'm not gonna do any of that. And I just ask that you do the same. Don't yell at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you literally have to talk to me nice. If you don't talk to me nice, then that's when you're gonna see somebody else.
Fuck around and find
Yeah,
out.
you're gonna fuck around and you're gonna find out. I don't like that. I think I got what is the Napoleon complex?
You look like you shoot people in the
I probably would. I got a Napoleon
You one
complex
of
because
those
I'm so
thin line
little.
between love and hate.
That's my shit though.
Yeah.
Okay, so Love and Hate, as an adult, when you rewatch it, she wasn't wrong.
I
Nope,
was just gonna say
she
'cause he
absolutely
told
was
her.
not
She
wrong.
told
She
him,
was not
"Don't
wrong.
play with
Don't
me."
play with me. She absolutely was not wrong.
She was not wrong. As an adult, she gave that man all kind of warnings
Mhm.
and gave him the ability to get the
Mhm.
fuck up out.
And he
of
did
there.
not know how to read the
found
room.
out. He fucked around and
He
found
fucked
out.
Yep.
around and
That's
found
like
out.
a lot of men, they do not know how to read the room, and because they do not know how to read the room, and you know what? Also, I'm not even gonna put that specifically to men.
'Cause
So
y'all
let's
don't
stop
either.
doing that. Let's stop doing that because we don't either.
But that's a perfect example
We be doing.
of people moving off of hurt or moving
Mhm.
off of looking for a placeholder because the person that they're really in love with is with somebody else or don't want them.
Mhm.
Because he clearly was in love with who's that? His best friend?
Yeah,
That girl.
Yeah.
But I don't know why they wasn't together, but that's a perfect
Because she
example.
knew him. The same reason why a lot of women will not date their male best friend because y'all know us.
I've never had a male best friend.
I did, but he was gay.
I've never
do that
had a
on
male
purpose,
best
too.
friend.
They be cool.
That's why, because y'all can still do girly shit
I've
without judgment.
I've always said that I wanted to have a friend that was a male,
I'll be your male best friend.
not in the pretense that you try to sleep with me first.
I'll still be your
Then
male
you're
best
not gonna
friend.
have no male best friend.
You-
all the friends that
you
I
have
had
to-
that were male eventually came out was like I always liked you. I've been like
You
And
can-
I don't like that.
me either
Okay,
because I'm thinking
okay,
like, damn, I thought you
okay.
were my friend.
I need y'all to grasp this concept right away. Okay.
I just want a
No,
friend.
no, no. Hear me out. Hear me out. Got to be honest with y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are pretty girls.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Guys are gonna like you
Mm-hmm.
regardless. A man not liking y'all is weird. Okay. So they're gonna come out and say they want to sleep with you. Once you tell them no, nigga, y'all are done. It's good. Y'all can be friends. They will always say that. Okay. I got several best female friends who I have known for years. We started off with like, I want to touch your inside. No, Tone.
Oh damn.
You know I can't say
I
stuff,
want
right?
Right.
to touch your
I
inside.
gotta be
I'm
with.
finna start using
Touch me
that.
on the inside. You don't know what movie that's
That's where
from?
it came from.
No.
Yeah,
Love.
beloved.
I was born in 94.
She said, "Touch me on the inside."
I always say that's how I always say it. And it was like, no. Okay, you still cool. We go kick it? Like, sure. And then we became friends, and it was like a few months later. I'm glad I didn't touch you on the inside. Because you're a horrible person.
Yeah, like sister said, they always want you forever. That's what I'm talking about. Like, man.
But he said it was
But
the
Tom-
people, he friends that he realized I would not have preferred to fuck you. I would have
I would've-
preferred to be your friend.
Right. I would say, like, at the time, because it was lust, but now that I know you, like, ugh.
So I should just automatically assume, like,
It'll
Everybody,
pass.
you want to fuck? Just give it a minute.
It'll pass.
to be honest with you, yes. I have some of the most gorgeous friends to the point where when me and my friends go around other guys, they are the center of attention, regardless of what we're there for.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd be like, ugh, you want her? And I can see why
And that's
they want
right,
her.
and that's because they've let their guards
but
down
we-
around
But
you.
that's the thing. You
Mhm.
still can have a male friend who still wants you. At the
Mhm.
end of the day, It is your decision of whether or not they go there.
Yeah.
It is always, you will always hear people say or do this little thing online where it was like, hey, call your male best friend and say you want him. And every single time, because the girl's like, oh my God, he can never, we've been known for each other. And he'd be like, oh, sure, come on through then. They're going to say yes regardless, because
I just saw one of the videos too.
They're going to say yes. We may not be after it, but
Right.
we're not going to turn down if it's the opportunity there. So just automatically assume that every male best friend you got wants you, gay or straight.
Gay
Yes,
or straight?
There's even, hey, I have found out from some of my gay male best friends that there was one or two girls they would cross the line with.
Wow.
Shit, you watched Empire?
No, I don't.
Oh, see, if you would have watched it when it was out, even Jamal fucked Alicia Keys.
Oh.
He was gay as fuck. Okay.
Well, I don't, because I don't watch stuff like that. But anyway, that's interesting though. That is very interesting.
And see, that's the whole
Tay and Ari. They fucked. They messed around, sister, or he won't
Tay
her.
would definitely fuck Ari.
Oh, she pretty.
Who would not fuck
wait,
Ari?
who's Tay and Ari?
Oh, some influencers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could be best friends, and there's a lot of people who would, if the opportunity there, they would do it.
Mhm.
And the thing about it is the reason why in those cases it could be good, because you've already told your male best friend
Mhm.
everything you like and don't like about a guy. So if there's anybody who
Right.
can get you to the promised land,
Yeah.
it'll probably be your male best friend. 'Cause
Yeah.
you told him, and vice versa.
Mhm.
But what's gonna happen is the day y'all decide to do it, it's going to be weird.
Yeah, because if you do end up breaking that, then it would definitely be weird.
It will feel, it's a weird.
I would feel like, damn. Hell no. I feel like it'll be
But
the
what,
funniest
what
shit.
if, but what if it was
Best
good
friend.
though?
But-
You
Like, what if
already
it was
comfortable
good
with
after
it.
that?
Right, but I was going to say, but on the other side of the coin, I am best friends with women who I did used to sleep with. We started off fucking, we tried to date. The dating didn't work. We still stayed friends. We still laugh about the fact that we used to do this back in the days, and it's weird if we tried to do it
I wish I
now.
could do that.
That me too, because really, honestly, I can't, like, once I'm done with you, like, I really can't be your friend. Like, you got to give me a couple years.
I could be your
Years.
friend, but they don't be wanting to
Like
be my friend.
but I don't have, my thing is that I don't have anything to, I don't have any reason to be your friend. Even if it was a situation.
Then
Well,
you-
no, I
why
take that back.
did y'all
I
have?
take that back.
What made most of your relationships / situationships end?
Right.
Did
And
you ever have any opportunities where y'all both just realized
just said no.
it's not working?
And that's what I was gonna say. That's why I said I take that back. Because if that's the situation, then yes, we can absolutely be friends, no drama, no problem other than that. You know what I'm saying? But some people, they be friends with their exes who just totally like fucked over them. Like,
Because
die
They
slow.
cool.
Because
Like, I'm
they-
still friends with my ex. He did, bitch. You know why?
I know.
That's my nigga though.
I know that's your nigga. I couldn't do that. Like,
Because you're-
I couldn't.
But because you're still holding on to the hate
Yeah.
or whatever the reason why. I mean,
Keeping
you
it
are.
real.
You're still holding on to the hate, and that's not healthy for you, because regardless of whatever he did, that nigga didn't moved on mentally. He may eventually one day come back around and apologize for how he treated you, but
But I wouldn't even want that. But that's the thing. Like, it's not like say for instance, I'm not gonna say a name, or I'm not even gonna give a person.
So let's
but-
just say, think of one person you hate
Okay.
right now who you could never.
Well, I don't hate anybody.
But what I'm just saying, let's use that as an example. Where
Okay.
you say I can't be friends with you.
Okay,
no more
I have
'cause you
one
did-
person in my
Okay.
mind. Yeah.
But if he came back and he genuinely apologized for whatever he did that caused it to end, you wouldn't accept that.
Absolutely, I would.
Okay. Would it change how you feel?
No.
So what would make you change how you
Nothing.
feel? So you would still harbor
So
that.
you harbor
It's
that
it's
nothing.
not.
You
I don't
harboring
think.
that.
I don't think that it's harboring it. I think that what you're doing is you're protecting yourself, because I see how you move, and I can't move with you like that. It
What if
doesn't
he's
mean that I'm
grown? What if
that's
he's grown?
okay. That's fine. But that doesn't mean that I have to still allow you to be friends or be a part of my life. I don't. I can see you, and I can, hey, I
fair.
can be cordial.
That's okay. That's where I was
Yeah, I
getting
can
to.
absolutely. I don't fuck around. You ain't gonna see me busting out windows. Like, I don't do shit like that. I'll
can
walk
never
past your ass like I never knew you.
I hope.
Like, I'm one of them.
I ain't gonna walk past you like, hey, what up?
No, I could definitely, if I saw somebody and we were together, like, you know what I'm saying, like out or something like that, and I can act like I never even, like, that's just, I don't have time for that. But like I said, it's not a point of like harboring any feelings or ill will to, you moved on, great, absolutely wonderful.
Exactly.
Okay, so Tanya said sometimes
Tiana, that's my sister.
Tiana. My bad. That's how I spelled my baby name. Okay. No, it is. Sometimes you learn the person is better as friends. I would love to be my ex-husband's friend, but he can't do it.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
friends with all my exes. They love me. I be keeping it a being with their ass about their
Yeah,
hoes too.
and really, my exes love me too, but I'm not. I don't have any. I don't have any type of. I don't know. I don't have no ill will,
Okay.
but I also have no reason in my eye to continue to communicate with you.
Now, I can tell you exactly why both of y'all exes are still friends with y'all. Because both of y'all bring something that's rare that they can't find anywhere else. You are probably about the most honest next to me that I know.
That's it.
No, I'm dead ass. You literally will tell a person how you feel, how they need to receive it, and how they need to go on about their life. So if you and a person broke up, it was probably the realest thing they needed to hear in that moment, which they now love and respect you for. So since you probably one of the realest people they know, they're never going to want to let you go, even though they know they did wrong to cause that to not work.
We was just talking about that.
You fucking care. End of story.
Clap, put the clap thing off. Put the clap thing off.
Wait, what a clap.
Because he ain't fucking lying.
You care. Okay? And in a world of people who don't care, don't give a fuck, act like shit
I be
don't
trying to
phase
act like
them.
I don't too.
It's naturally in you. It's in you, not on you, unless you're freaky. But you actually care. So because of that, sometimes men use you as the measuring stick of what an emotional attachment to a woman has to be.
Didn't we just fucking talk? We just got done talking. And that, for me, is so draining. Because literally,
what does she need to do for her to realize, okay, this is the person that is using me for that, and this is the person that really.
So let me, okay, so this is what the thing. So I have well, ever since me getting out of the relationship that I've with Glenn, ever since he passed away, even in that relationship, I was always in kind of every man that I deal with, after that I'm that they can talk to me. Like, I'm literally like their safe space.
Do you know how hard it is for a man to find a safe space, whether it's somebody we dating or not?
But why don't they want to commit to her?
Right.
She's too needy sometimes.
You think so?
I wouldn't say if I didn't mean it.
Needy in what way?
You have several different needs.
We gonna talk about this later.
That's why you think I'm whispering. It's like, do you want this on camera?
No.
Do you want this as a point of reference?
I'm trying to think. I mean, I know that I think that I am.
I can see,
and
that.
I need
I can
reassurance though.
about.
We've had conversations about some of your needs. It's not to the point. Your desire of intimacy, not sex. You know that does play a factor too.
Yeah.
Your desire of intimacy and the need to have a man that handles his shit so you can sit back and be the support system you want to is such a fucking high demand for you that if you find anybody who is close to what you need, you go all in.
Oh. Jesus. Oh.
Okay.
Because
God
even not even going into your business, even some of the conversations that we've had in the past, that's the reason why you couldn't walk away from certain things that you knew damn well you needed to leave alone.
Well,
fatality.
Well, damn.
Okay. All right.
Y'all wanted me on the show today.
Yeah, we did. We need this. We need this.
Well, you read the fuck out of me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, friend.
You
Thank-
asked.
Thank you. This is what happens when you have a male friend.
We was really trying to figure out
Yeah.
what our issues are.
Y'all don't have issues. Like at the end of the day, that's the number one thing I need a lot of women to stop. Y'all don't have issues. Y'all have things that y'all won't compromise on. So what you do need to do is change the narrative of who you allow into your spaces and places, because these things that y'all are not willing to compromise on is y'all make or breaks. You being a person who desires intimacy, you need a guy who's going to be that for you. A lot of men will go ahead and gravitate towards you because you are a great conversationalist. I am. I'm phenomenal. I can sit here and talk all day and help a woman get through life. That doesn't mean that I'm the one that she's gonna want to stay with.
Right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying? Like I have a friend who we initially were supposed to start talking, but she did not trust my connection I had with my kids' moms at the time. Therefore, she couldn't commit. But she said, when it was you, I knew that I would never have to have an issue with figuring out how you feel because you have no problem sharing. So therefore, we would have had great communication. We still have great communication. Shit, she still to this day would be interested in dating me if she could work out the issue with her and her baby daddy. I don't want her now. Okay. That
Ship has sailed.
Comma, but I get it.
Mm-hmm.
You are so trill and standing in your truth that, like you said, you need a reformed drug dealer. Okay. And I don't mean that he's still out here doing or wanting to be part of that life, but you need someone who has that instilled hustler's mentality. Okay. Because that hustler's mentality is always going to make sure that whatever you need in life, we are going to figure out how to get it. So you still have your level of independency, but you still have that person who's going to be like that. Y'all play fight a whole lot. Okay. That is y'all thing, but you're still going to be able to be able to go and see the world. You need someone you feel safe with being you at all times.
Right. Because you play too fucking much.
Yep. I'm talking about my friend like that.
Right.
Fuck.
I love her.
Let her play. Shit.
Dang, Tone, you just straight up read us.
She read you. I already knew.
So at the end of the day, you definitely need you probably need to change where you find the people you date. Okay. That's your biggest thing.
You need to go to church because where you can find people.
I was just saying, girl,
Ain't
I'm
nobody
not
in church
nobody.
ain't nobody in church gonna entertain her.
Shit, they might
She
be
gonna be
hooligans in there.
She gonna run over half the niggas.
Okay,
She
so
definitely ain't gonna trust the deacons. They not too goddamn much.
right.
My daddy a deacon. Hold
That's
on.
why you won't trust them.
So okay, so that makes me think about like you know when we talk about what is wrong with us and the things that most women think that men like. So there's a video where there's a bunch of the man is asking women, what do they think men prefer? Do they prefer BBLs or do they prefer natural bodies? The majority of the women said BBLs, that they think that men prefer the BBLs.
I heard a lot where they said the men don't.
Right, but the men said that they preferred natural bodies. So that brings the thought process of when women are getting BBLs, and I don't want nobody to jump on me, but you can because I fight. Yeah, D, you definitely gotta join in. This your topic that you put in. So when we talk about like BBLs and there's a lot of women who think that being sexy is enough for them. That sexy is all that they need. I get me my nice little BBL, I get, what I'm saying, all of that, and that's literally all I need. Now, I will say this before I read this message. But I will say this, that a lot of the men say that you prefer natural. However, the way that the perception is that you prefer the BBL. growing up as somebody that has been naturally skinny, always been skinny, um, like I've always been like, dang, like I want a big booty. You know what I'm saying? Because the guys, when I was younger, of course, now I don't give a fuck. You're gonna get this flapjack and you're gonna flap it, and that's gonna be it. Okay, get this pancake.
I don't
Uh,
want you flapping shit.
but
That was a turn off.
but men say that no, I want a natural woman, but then like I said, the perception is that you want a woman who has, a bigger booty, a bigger frame, whatever. What do you think?
I feel like a lot of that is social media. That is not real life. I
Mhm.
feel like the BBL is only good for if I'm out. If I'm just speaking from if I was a nigga, the BBL is only good for if I'm single, I'm in my bachelor mode, I'm out, I see a bitch with a fat booty, I can take her home, fuck her real quick. I don't
Mhm.
give a fuck about her personality. Like,
Mhm.
and to be honest, the bitches that got the BBLs, if they got a nigga for real, they nigga is so. I feel like they nigga is so insecure to the point where it's just not healthy at all. So I feel like that's
Mhm.
why a lot of men prefer natural bodies because I don't know. I feel like it's a lot to do with social media.
I think so too. And then I think that when you talk about the Instagram girls and and really honestly, like bringing it into real life, like you look at the Instagram girls, if you have a woman that is insecure already
Mm-hmm.
in her body,
That's gonna
she's
play
in a
into it.
relationship, right? She see these Instagram girls,
She see her
even
man
so,
liking niggas, the
yeah,
bitches with the big
yeah,
booties.
yeah. So then that's what she's gonna want to do. And like with me, like even being like a small, I've never wanted or felt the need to get like a BBL
Yeah,
or enhance my body. Like I'm not fucking around. Like what? The bitches
I'm
be
just scared to
dying.
go into
Yeah,
surgery.
like Trinity said, being sexy is enough to get you fucked, but not wifed. That's the part a lot of women miss. Absolutely. So because I'm going to segue to this message. So this is the message that goes with that. It says, "Are Black women sexy?" Um, no doubt. When it comes to sexiness, sisters have no equal. But can I be honest with you? I'm actually tired of sexy Black women. Now, hear me out on this, please. Sexiness does not mean jack shit. Not in the grand scheme of things. Visually appealing, yes. But I can't eat sexiness. Sexiness won't help pay these bills or pay off our student loans. Sexiness won't qualify for a mortgage or get the IRS off my back long enough to make my next big business move. Sexiness won't help me raise these kids. Neither will it teach my daughters their true value and value in this world. We got way too many sexy sisters out here with nothing else to bring to the table. I'm gonna stick a pin right there because do we really? And what I mean by it is we got too many sexy sisters out here with nothing else to bring to the table. So yes, we have a lot of sexy sisters out here. However, do we even pay attention to the ones that do have that are not so thought of as sexy?
I feel like them the ones that get used.
The definition of sexy varies per individual.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because like I said, I got a gang of fucking female friends, and there's some where I look at it, it's like, oh, she's just her.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in my guy could be like, oh my fucking god, this is the most beautiful one I ever seen in my life. Varies based on the individual. Sexiness also is a mentality. It's a state of mind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know women who run full blown corporations in business suits and tennis shoes. And I think that is the most gorgeous woman. And she's just oozing sex appeal. Whereas in you can have a half naked chick on Instagram who's curvaceous as hell. But I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
by the third picture, I'm bored
Mm-hmm.
with you.
Mm-hmm.
There's no value to you. And I can see where that person's coming from because I really have sat here and I've looked at people on social media and on Instagram and they got a bunch of photos. I'm like, but there's nothing else to you.
No substance.
There's no
Mm-hmm.
personality to you. There's no, and you could be a brilliant person. You can be funny. You can
Mm-hmm.
be all kind of things. But what you're projecting to the world is just physically just your looks.
Mm-hmm.
there was a photo where I was dissecting something with a friend. And I was like, this person right here has nothing to offer more than her looks. And it's like, how can you tell, bro? Say, look, you look at this one over here. Even though she had an outfit on, it had a respectable outfit. It was a skin tight miniskirt. Yes, she made herself had a Coke bottle figure, but you could tell that she had purpose. Whereas in this other one had on a skin tight outfit that you, if you really paid attention, it was damn near see through. I'm not saying see through was bad, but why do I need to see it?
Right.
I want you more when I have to figure out what it looked like more than knowing what it looked like. Then the dress itself stopped just a tad bit below where the coochie would have been at. Okay. So it was like at the end of the day, there's no shock and awe to you. There's no surprise to you. You might as well came out here in a bikini. And even then I probably would have had just a little bit more like, damn, I wonder. But I didn't have to with that one. Whereas in the other one who had still a skin tight maxi dress on that was form fitting with matching stiletto heels, nails, hair done, it looked it more like a respectable. So if it was me, you would have gotten a conversation from me. Whereas in the other girl would have got cat calls and niggas like, hey baby girl, what up? You attract a certain kind of man based on how you look and how you carry yourself. And I'm not saying that you women are not stupid or you don't bring it to the table, because like I said, there's corporate millionaires who will come out and be sexy, but how you carry yourself makes the biggest difference. At the end of the day, it's not even about titties and ass either, because I know some slim, thick chicks that could get it. Just how you little bubble butts like winning. Little booties matter.
Period. I feel like that's a double-edged sword though, because like you can be the corporate, you know what I'm saying, and you're still going to get cheated on with the half naked, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like at this day and age, it's coming down to, are you wanting to be the one that's getting cheated on, or you wanting to be the one that's getting cheated on with? At the end of the day, both of y'all are losing no matter how you look at it.
That's true.
Okay.
But I think what she's saying is that for a woman,
I feel like
it's a lose-lose situation, because you have those scenarios like somebody said, my brother posted today and he was like, men,
one of my cords is
men stay with like men like value women Jackson that have loyalty and stuff like that.
The Derek Jackson situation. You seen his, you know what his wife looked like, right?
Who?
I've
Derek
seen her.
Jackson.
I've seen her.
The dark skin relationship.
The dude who used to sit in the car all the time telling women
what
they should and shouldn't
you
accept.
Seen his wife, and you seen who he cheated on him with, right?
Yeah.
That's my whole
point.
So
that is very true.
But
that is very true.
Okay, and that cheating situation, it's a double-edged sword, because an individual can only cheat if they want to cheat and they get the tools to cheat. Like Chris Rock being funny as hell, but was real the motherfucker said, a man is only as faithful as his options are. Okay. So even though his wife may be perfectly everything he needed, the minute he started getting famous, now you start getting more options that you didn't have. That young lady who he was cheating with, because like they said, it was a lot of times he was recording the videos literally in the driveway of his girlfriend's house. Knew what she was getting into. She gave this man the option to be able to do that, and in that option she gained something, and because she gained something, everything kept going as it did until he stepped out on her and got found at the beach with somebody else. So as he got more popularity, he got more options. Now let's be honest, if you take social media out the equation altogether, 97% of people wouldn't get cheated on, and 100% of people would never know they got cheated on. Okay, so take that out the equation.
I don't agree. I think, yes, has social media made it a lot easier for people to cheat? Absolutely, because the minute if you got you know, the minute somebody, you know, like your comment or something like that, you in my inbox. I just liked your fucking comment, homeboy.
I only been in 2 serious relationships my whole life. The only reason why I found out I was getting cheated on in both of them was because of social media.
And the reason why I say that is because, and you're right, Social
Mhm.
media has definitely increased it tremendously.
Mhm.
Okay, because I remember my Black Planet years. Yes, I'm showing my age. I remember my Black Planet years. It literally was, "Hey, how you doing? Why don't you
Mhm.
come over?" Knowing that you get here,
Right.
everybody's fucking.
Right.
Okay, it just made it easier that way. Had I
Mhm.
never got on social media, you either had to be at my job, at my school, or on my block.
Right.
You were only as far as where I went to,
Mhm.
or had to meet you at the club. I ain't
Mhm.
got to do that no more. Hell, I don't even know if anybody still go to the clubs. But you don't got to do that no more. We can easily, like you said, slide into a DM. We can go
Mhm.
to a website that's specifically just for this.
Mhm.
It's so much more easier now. That's why I said there's more options than it was before. But at the same time, we can't be out here dating with the intentions of worried about getting cheated.
Right.
If we go back to
Right.
the very beginning of this conversation, whereas if we go and we pick and choose with standards in it and don't
Mhm.
allow certain situations to even come about if they don't meet those standards, you definitely minimize the possibility of being cheated.
Mhm.
Number two, we got to keep dating even when we're not dating anymore. A lot of us stop doing that. A lot of us get in a relationship, we get comfortable. Y'all start wearing your
Right.
bonnet all the time. The niggas start wearing the shirt with the hole in it all the time. Y'all lose the sex appeal for each other. And all of a sudden you think 3 o'clock in the morning, you're supposed to roll in, just stick your dick in, and that's considered love making now. No,
Right.
not how it is anymore. We start falling out of love. So we're not doing the work anymore in regards to it. We're
Mhm.
also allowing the stress of society to affect our relationships. You go to work, you stressed out because Bill and the accountant keep fucking with you. You coming home, you bring that energy.
Right. Right.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right. Mhm.
You supposed to come home and be
Mhm.
peaceful.
Yep.
Then, like we said earlier, we don't know how to communicate when we're both upset. We
Mhm.
don't know how to unwind anymore. I could come
Mhm.
home, sit down, turn on Call of Duty, play Call of Duty for about 45 minutes to an hour. I'm good after that.
Mhm.
Okay. But you be like, damn, all you do is play that game. Now we in a fight.
Mhm. Yeah, and I think one thing that you said is that we go into a relationship or we go into a situation like automatically with the expectation that this person is going to do me wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I said that to somebody, like for me, I don't, unless you give me a reason to think that there's something outside of what it is, then I'm not gonna just go into a situation and say, this person may cheat on me. This person, you know what I'm saying?
It is so many women that have came across here, that have been guests on shows, that have done podcasts, that I've just had regular conversations with, who they literally are still single because part of their healing phase is they still have to get over the fact that they think that every man is going to cheat on them.
Mm.
So I had to
That's
sit there
facts.
and I had to sit there and ask them, was like, why do you think they're cheating on you?
Mm-hmm.
Because no, and I tell them that. I asked them that. I was like,
Said, "I don't know."
why do you think? Because as much as a man going out and this bubble butt BBL comes across his table and says, hey, you can get a good time for $80, there's got to be something about you that make him say, man, I got something way better at home worth losing.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't have that thought process of, oh, there's something at home worth losing, that bubble butt gonna win all the time.
Every time.
And I think a lot of times we don't sit down and think about how do our mate feel about us. We just assume. And you got to have that conversation. You got to sometimes come in and be like, babe, I love you. I miss you. I care about you. Just let them know that you give a damn.
Yeah, it's just about that the
that's my bad.
reassurance.
Yeah.
And I
I'm
think
bad at that.
and
I
I
can
think
tell because you a
right.
nigga.
And there was another post
It
and
takes
it was
you
talking
about 6 months to tell your man you love him, don't you?
It take longer than that.
Yeah.
And I was
She
being
ain't telling
nice with
shit.
that.
But I saw this post also, and it was talking about if your man liked somebody else, a woman's picture, liking a woman's picture. And I felt like me specifically, like I really don't care too much, but I think that when a man that is in a relationship likes or loves or loves a woman's picture, the perception, not saying that it's a right perception, but the perception from maybe the woman that that posted the picture is like, oh, he want me. and then it can go into, now there's going to be a flirting back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Because let's just be honest, that's how social media works. Where how else you start fucking somebody from Facebook? They like your shit.
I don't know. I ain't never did that.
Well, well,
I mean,
they like my shit.
that is partially true, but
Mhm.
I also think we do read into that love status too much,
Mm-hmm.
because social media has grown
Has
to
really
put a value on things that
Mhm.
didn't matter before.
That's true.
I'll go all the way back to Black Planet. Use that as
Mhm.
a prime example. We didn't have likes or anything like that. Someone
Mhm.
made a post on their status. That was just their page.
Mhm.
The only way that you were ever able to have conversation with somebody was in the guest book or in the IM.
Mhm.
So if you didn't physically dive into the DMs, there was no way that conversation could have happened.
Mhm.
So you would have had to see their DMs to know that your man is doing something he's not supposed to be doing. Then we move over to MySpace.
Mhm.
Oh, if you weren't in the top 8, now it's getting tricky,
Mhm.
because they had that it was Tom and it was 7 other people
Yeah.
until you took time out. So we used to get in fights about the fact that who's this bitch in your top 8, or why am I not up here anymore, or whatever the situation you want to fight about. We
Mhm.
knew that if you were being friends with somebody, you moved up there. Then let's go over Snapchat. Snapchat made it dangerously easy to be a whore.
And that's what I'm saying though, because even in, yes, social media, has played a part in that. And it's like all these new different rules that are, being set up or whatever. But you have to go back to the beginning of that. At some point, there was some woman or some man that said, you cheated on me, and it started because you liked this photo.
Right. So, or we don't even say that.
Mm-hmm.
You're a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Your fucking DMs are filthy, and you probably have not said anything to whoever the filthiest nigga in your DM is.
Just nasty.
Absolutely.
Just
That is
filthy for no
correct.
reason.
Mhm.
So off top,
They don't send me dick pics, and I just want to say, I thank y'all. I applaud y'all.
because y'all have shamed dick pics.
Thank you.
to a
No,
whole
because
new
I
level.
don't. I will cuss.
And I feel you're
Don't
not
do that.
wrong,
Don't
but y'all
do that
have
unless
shamed
I
it.
ask for it.
Y'all have shamed it, okay, and
I
it's
might ask
good.
for it.
Maybe we needed to, okay. Now that celebrity dick pics are getting leaked and niggas is getting chastised for that, and regular niggas like, my dick don't look like that, and y'all talking about that. You know what? Let me go ahead and keep my dick. to
Yeah,
myself.
thank you, and do.
But that's not what we're here for. I'm securing my masculinity. I can talk about this.
But no, but then there's the other side of that
But let me
where
finish. I was getting there.
I'm sorry.
The dick pics threw me off. And because you know that there's filthy niggas diving in your inbox,
Mhm,
and your filthy nigga, because you know your nigga filthy nigga, because he's been filthy with you,
mhm,
your first assumption is you got to be one of these niggas in this inbox.
mhm.
Let it, and don't let it be one of his friends slid in your inbox.
It's happened.
And whether y'all talking to now or not, or the fact that he slid in your inbox before you even met
Mhm.
this dude, you know how his friends are, and you immediately birds of a feather, right? I often do a lot of y'all get called hoes because there's a hoe in your crew. So y'all automatically have this impression that every nigga is a filthy nigga until proven otherwise. So now your
Niggas is filthy.
As fuck. Yeah, I couldn't even get it out.
Niggas nasty.
Niggas is filthy.
only with the right one. I'm selective with my filth. Girl,
But
we on this podcast. Let me be
right.
Cause you about to almost make me say something to you. But I think when y'all jump the likes and the heart situations,
Mhm.
there's insecurities
Absolutely.
there that causes that.
Mhm.
On top of there can be underlining beef that we didn't even know about.
Absolutely. And that was my other
I had
point.
a feeling you were going there.
Yep,
so I
absolutely. There, that person, that woman could be very insecure, and she could just be insecure because inside of my home or inside of my relationship, that my man is not showing me no attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that we oftentimes we think about stuff as, oh, that's dumb or that's insecure or, whatever the case may be. But it's always something, a underlining reason. And then also, like you said, you could, if that's the op, that's the op. Don't like the op. Don't like the op picture. because that's the ops.
Now, are
And
y'all,
loyalty for me is very important.
let me ask you this question.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all are dating,
Mm-hmm.
so you're not even exclusive yet, y'all just dating,
Mm-hmm.
do you have an issue with him liking someone's pic?
No.
Okay.
No.
Even if it's the ops, because y'all just dating.
If he knows about the situation, well, you know what? Let me
Because
think
it gets
about
tricky.
this.
Because if you
It does.
let's
It does.
not get too personal, but let's get
Yeah.
personal simultaneously.
Okay. How this gonna work?
We finna see.
Right.
Oh, I'm good at this. We have friends in common.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And because we have friends in common, there's often times where there's people who are on both of our timelines.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say we decide to cross that line and talk a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But you see that this particular person who you're no longer friends with, for whatever reason,
Mm-hmm.
I'm friends with.
Mm-hmm.
But I was friends with her at a greater capacity before you.
Oh no, I don't care about that.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
So because of our conversations, our friendships, and even we share friends. So
Mhm.
all three of us share friends together
Mm-hmm.
that we kick it with, we enjoy, we talk shit with. But you still see me being friends with this person.
Mm-hmm.
Does that become a problem?
No, it does not become a problem until there might be some extra shit going on.
Like,
Define extra shit.
So extra shit would be being flirtatious. And this is once we have said it's just you and me. You know what I'm saying? We're
Okay.
dating. Being flirtatious, being like overly sexual, in comments and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yes, I would have an issue with that. Absolutely.
Even though we have a playful conversation. There ain't no, talking about fucking, but we have a playful conversation that can be interpreted as flirtatious. Because I have been told, and I've just owned it, I'm a
Mhm.
natural flirt.
Mhm. You are.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think
And it's not even with the intention of I want to touch you on the
You
inside.
just
Uh-huh.
honest.
It's just honest, and sometimes you look like you have a bad day. So the way I compliment people
right.
could
But I think
get me laid if I tried.
I think it's based on like the perception of how that person looks at it. So, I'm not saying you in the comments just being, hey, da, 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 but what's considered to be flirty with your mate.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know how your mate flirts,
Okay.
right? So if there's something like that going on, then absolutely, yes, I have a problem with that.
Okay. How long before you
Immediately,
okay. Publicly or privately?
privately.
Okay.
That's
So-
one thing I'll never do anything like
She would.
What? Do what?
like would you like if your dude who you're dating like monogamously dating and you see this man and somebody comment being like super flirty, like what the fuck is going on, like
Mhm.
it's a sexual post
In this public?
and it's public, what you doing, boo?
Now remember, the whole post started sexual to begin
Like
with.
it's like there's
My man commented on it?
Yeah.
yeah, he commented, but not only because I think there's a difference. If you comment, that's fine.
No,
But
hear
if
me-
you
but what I'm saying is okay, because we got to change it for her.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. We got to be very specific.
Right.
So let's just say the initial comment started with a sexual question.
Okay.
Okay. And he comments because
How do
he
you
wanted to comment.
right?
But then, of course, because he done said something,
She responded.
there's some chick that responded, and it just happens to be the ops.
Look them.
So now the conversation is going because it's a good conversation.
Right.
He's not ever planning on going to find out. It's just a conversation,
Mhm.
and you see the conversation.
Hey man, say man, you doing too much on that motherfucking app. Let's calm that shit
Yeah.
down. For real.
Okay.
Because I think
2
when
minutes
you
later, delete.
Yeah.
yeah, because
My
when
mama-
you think about it, and it's the same thing. It's the reverse type of, you know what I'm saying? So if you see
I've definitely done slid into chill out, fam.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'm too players to be acting a fool on.
Yeah,
One
I'm
thing
never-
I don't
I'm never
like
gonna
is
do that.
Public social media. Like
Mhm.
I don't like putting my
Mhm.
business out there, but I'm gonna let you know for sure. Like, no,
yeah,
that's not it.
I've
We ain't
definitely
finna play.
because I'll
Hey,
screenshot
chill
and
out,
everything.
chill out. Calm this
Yeah.
down. So what about when your mate's friend writes you?
See, that's the problem with y'all. Women get it more than men do.
So
This
Because
is this is your boyfriend though. Like this somebody that you rocking with. Like,
am I telling?
yeah.
That's what
I had somebody in my inbox and the nigga ate my man. And guess what? Immediately,
Get
your
your boy.
homeboy.
Get your boy.
So what,
Get your boy.
Okay, so what happens if your boyfriend he tell a friend,
I don't
the
care.
friend do it again?
I'm gonna tell again.
See, no, I feel like if the friend's still coming, that he knows something. Cause why he still playing with me?
That's true.
Why you feel so courageous to be all up in my inbox after you know I'm with
Yeah.
such and such and what?
Then at that point, I think it might be a little test. That point, I think it might be a little test. Like,
No,
are
ain't
you
no
trying
test.
to test me?
He know his friend fucking
Or-
around.
That's what you think?
Cause if I feel like if your friend is inboxing your girl and you know that's your girl,
Mhm.
I feel like the only reason why he doing this because he know his nigga fucking off.
But my question would be: is that's actually fucking stupid?
Yeah.
Because
Why would he still come back?
No. Because peep gang, you find out through your spidey senses that women have that he really is fucking off. Okay, what makes you think that now that he out the equation, you're gonna give his boy a chance? Because you knew long enough to let him go out here and do this fuck shit. Secondly, if y'all boys,
Mhm.
y'all still around each other.
Mhm.
And then third, if y'all do start talking, you don't think that this nigga ain't gonna run up on him
Mhm.
and fuck the whole spot up, which could end up you losing your life?
Right.
I feel like niggas messy like that.
But I'm
So
just,
okay,
but
so
it's just the logic
okay, so
behind
let me
it.
ask you this. Let
To
me
me,
ask
that's
you
stupid
this.
as fuck.
So
Like the minute a girl talks to my guy, and it's not one of them situations where, hey, bro, she green licked the fuck. You know, I ain't dealing with it no more. If you just want to fuck, go for it. But if I know like you really was dating her, that's fucking stupid.
It was a situation where I was talking to this dude. The friend didn't know we was talking at the time, so we was out. The friend that was trying to talk to me, he seen me and my dude together, and you know what I'm saying, it was a agreement. Like he seen it, but then a couple days later, the friend still wrote me. So I'm like, that's weird.
Okay, how long have you and the guy was talking?
It was for like a year.
Oh, see,
but that was the first time I knew that he was friends.
that they
with
knew each other.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Did you tell your man?
yeah.
Did you tell your man immediately?
What happened was he spotted it first because before we even saw the friend, the friend was commented on my post, and then my dude at the time, he was like, I see such and such be commenting on y'all post, do y'all talk? And I was like, no, we don't talk. And then like a couple months later, we saw the friend together, and you know what I'm saying, it was confirmed that we was together, but the friend didn't stop.
Yeah, that's weird. Because then I think about like, well, is this really your friend?
Right, I was like that.
Because at this point, that ain't your that ain't your
level.
friend. That's something
level.
else.
It's
I
also the
don't.
level of friendship.
Yeah, I don't even think it got nothing to do with whether or not the dude was fucking some like. Oh, I know my nigga cheating, so I'm finna go fuck with it. Like, I think it's more so they ain't friends.
They ain't friends. They associates.
they ain't friends.
They in the same spot. They go to battle raps together.
Yeah,
That's about
yeah,
it.
That's
you know.
Yeah, that
wasn't
could be
a
the only
friend.
thing what that is.
Because a real friend, once it was confirmed that y'all rocking, because the guy who was on your post, if he seen y'all together, somewhere between that day and the next time that you talk to him, he done somehow act like, hey, you shorty. And if it's been a year, in some shape or form, bro has said, yeah, that's my little yeah, or something along the line that basically insinuates she's off the table from any of you niggas trying to talk. Regardless of whatever we define what we is, she's off the table. Either he didn't give a response like that, or bro was like, I can take her.
Right.
That's what I'm
But
trying
either
to
way,
out,
it's not. I don't think it has nothing to do with that man.
I don't
cheating.
think they tight like that.
Yeah, it's a matter of I just know this nigga and I still want his bitch.
Yeah.
So okay, because I had another situation where it was the dude's best friend.
See, now that's disrespect. That's different.
I think it's the same situation.
I don't
No,
think
they was
no.
tight. They
That's
was
different.
tight.
No, ma'am.
If a best friend
same situation.
If a best friend is pulling the trigger on his nigga's girl, either A, he done said that she's for everybody.
Mhm.
B, it's a test to see if she
Mhm.
gonna go. Or
Mhm.
C, he really don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause like the situation
Because I
that
can't
I
always assume there's somebody else.
right.
Because I got friends
And you jump
who-
to that quick.
because that's a natural reaction
Yeah.
for a black woman to think.
No, it's not. Because
It
I wouldn't
is.
I wouldn't jump out the damn
Why your
porch
friend
and
writing
just
me, fool?
automatically think like that. Like, I mean, but like, okay, so like when it happened to me, like I was basically like, I was taken aback.
Never mind. I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say.
I had two
And
best
I
friends.
kept saying, to that person,
Look at the type of men you date. Look at the type of men she dates. Not saying that y'all date bad men,
mhm,
but she has a preference that you wouldn't date and vice versa. So she probably dates niggas who may have bitches around them
mhm,
that could definitely make her think that these bitches are scandalous.
yeah.
Whereas in you date homebody ass niggas.
Oh, okay.
So the likelihood of him being out with somebody is minimum of none because you know his routine.
Nah,
And well, except for that one situation.
Mhm.
can't stand you. Can't stand you. But no, but that situation, like when it happened to me, like, and I was like this person was, I didn't even say I'm dealing with this person. What I was just like, yeah, you probably should just leave me alone. And you know what I'm saying? And then it was like, why? And I was like, you just take it up to me, listen to what I say and just, what I'm saying, this ain't no. And then that person in turn went to the inbox.
You might
or
as well
the
just tell the
text,
story because
or
you is not a good cover.
I'm not.
You can't talk like I talk.
And that person actually went to
Fatality.
the friend and was like, yeah, I think such and such like you. We've been fucking for almost a year
So
now.
this what? No, I'm just playing.
But I think like that's just so weird to me. And
Why
then
do niggas play games like that?
yeah,
Stop. Everybody play games this day and age.
Why is that game? Why is that a game, a popular game to be played?
Okay, I like that better. Because
I'm learning.
We gonna get better at that. Okay. Why is that the game? To test the waters to see what they can and can't? Because it's
No, the friend thing.
I see. Jealous one's envy. Sum it up in a nutshell. There's always that one guy who always gets the bitches, whether they try to or not. So when they get a good girl and they have a history of fucking over girls, there's always some I gotta save her from her fate ass nigga. Especially if he likes her.
Mhm.
Like you check boxes that he likes in a woman, but you didn't choose him. He's gonna try to find out why. And a lot of times they'll try to expose. There's a lot of pillow talking niggas out here. I hate to say that.
It is.
Okay. When you are raised by women, you tend to have women tendencies. I hate to say that, but it's true. And niggas will do that. Niggas will step over each other for a girl because a good girl is hard to find. Bitches is everywhere, but a good woman ain't easy to find.
And I, you know what?
I don't justify it, but there has been
I just
moments in
can't
the
picture
past.
myself backdooring none of my
You know what
friends.
I'm saying?
for
Like,
me.
hell no.
No, it's a lot of them that won't do it, but a lot of them that will. Like, let's keep it honest. Girl trips don't work out a lot of times because the one who has no problem backdooring a bitch is the one that causes the problem on the girl trip.
I ain't never had no issues like that.
Most of your girl
Hey,
trips is
Tan.
with family, so that don't count. Okay, most of your girl trips.
I know, and I've heard that, somebody just said like I'll never go on another girl trip. Like why?
Because the one
I know
that
a
will
bitch like that.
Because the one that will backdoor.
No, you know.
Oh, I still don't.
At the end of the day, we need to wrap this show up because we have gone for over an hour.
Oh yeah,
half.
we've been chopping it the fuck up.
So, basically what they telling you is they back. So see them every 2 weeks on a Saturday.
We back
at 4 p.m.
And we're gonna have some juicy topics. We're gonna have some we're gonna have a name change. We're gonna have some juicy topics. We're gonna get some what you call it, some guests. Hopefully we can have some men that'll actually
Yeah.
come and talk to us,
Yeah.
because we really want to change the narrative when it comes down to man versus women relationships.
You just need to change the narrative. Period.
I mean, I think we can.
It can be.
But we gotta have
it can.
different
It can.
perspectives.
Yeah,
You gotta be open minded.
absolutely.
That's number one. Number two, you can't be defensive.
Absolutely.
If somebody says something that strikes a nerve, don't take it personal,
Mhm.
because they don't know you enough to talk about you
Right.
Mhm.
in most cases.
Right.
And just three, learn. You gotta learn to learn.
Yeah.
Like, just
I
because
think it'd be dope. I'm gonna scout out some men.
Yeah,
if
like,
you can
just
scout out some
'cause
men.
she said take the garbage out, bro. Don't get mad. Just take the garbage out, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Believe me, the rest of your life is peaceful if you just get the garbage out right
Yeah.
away.
Dick sucked and everything.
I don't
Have a
do
great
that while I'm playing Call of Duty.
night.